With growing calls for Moore to step down, tonight we take a look at what lawmakers could possibly do if he does not withdraw from this race.
The party is talking about its candidate and whether or not its candidate should appear on, or how its candidate should appear on the ballot, whether it's Mr. Moore or someone else.
Option one being considered by those who want to see Judge Moore step aside, delay the special election, currently set for December 12th. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey would order a new date for the election, likely early next year, allowing time to ease Moore out of the race. Judge Moore has said he's fighting this, and the governor's spokesman so far says she has no plans to do it.
What about the notion that is being discussed of, with these new revelations, the governor of Alabama postponing, delaying the special election next month?
Look, we all know that Alabama is a very tough state politically for Democrats, but this is a special situation where we have a great candidate. On the other hand, you have a very, very flawed candidate in Roy Moore, which is why many people are calling upon him to step down.
To replace Moore on the ballot, Alabama election law requires candidates to withdraw at least 76 days before an election, a deadline that's already come and gone.
There is the possibility that the party could, pursuant to its own rules, petition to have Roy Moore taken off the ballot. But again, that would be a relatively extraordinary situation, but that's not to say it wouldn't happen. But by and large, at this point in the game, Roy Moore does have the advantage.
Option two, exclusion from office, which has not succeeded in the courts in the past on the grounds that Moore does not meet constitutional requirements for office. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell could contest Moore's fitness for office and block him from being seated under Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution. There are also reports citing senior White House sources that are suggesting Governor Ivey could block Moore if he wins and then appoint Attorney General Jeff Sessions to what had once been his Senate seat. Justice Department officials say Sessions has no interest in going back to being Alabama senator. The final option, expulsion, seating a victorious Moore in the Senate and then quickly kicking him out. 2/3 of the Senate would have to vote to expel him, a steep hurdle since Democrats would likely enjoy any chaos and to also have Moore as an issue in 2020. The last successful expulsion was in 1862. And experts don't expect it would work this time around.
It's unlikely that the Senate would not recognize a duly elected U.S. senator simply because there was a political scandal that might have changed the outcome of the election.
But NRSC Chairman Senator Cory Gardner called for Moore's expulsion today should he win, saying in a statement, quote, "If he refuses to withdraw and wins, the Senate should vote to expel him because he does not meet the ethical and moral requirements of the United States Senate." Adding to the confusion, Alabama has what's called a sore losers law, which means that primary opponents Luther Strange and Mo Brooks would not be able to be on the ballot. So a write-in campaign would be the only way they would go forward.